Yeah. You guys are welcome here. Come here, friends. Thought you was gonna say it with me, honey. Yeah, welcome here, friends. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. So,
Welcome here, friends.
yeah, come this way.
Welcome here, friends.
Y'all, we just had dinner. Biting me. We just had dinner, but we're back. We're getting ready to go to Streamer University today, and we're going to learn some really good points and skills I believe we'll be able to take into this journey that we're on, where we just believe that it's not over just because we have a family, just because we're living and breathing. Guys, this is going to sound bad, but if you see me click on someone's channel and says not subscribed, it's not because I don't like, it's not because I'm not genuine, but a lot of times I watch channels through my husband's page. So that's the honest truth. Well, we're going to go ahead and scream. We're going to go ahead and watch Agent 00 today because he usually has just the best. I don't know. I just think Agent is very knowledgeable, very serious at times, and very I don't know. He's just very educated. So just a second as I get that going. And usually I try to do my let's see. Hi Kylo. So Agent's actually live, but I wanted to watch his first video where he's teaching. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch Agent's first video. Stay with me, y'all, as I'm connecting the dots. Okay. If y'all can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. Kylo, you ready to eat? Oh no, are you ready to eat? Can you act back? I should have asked you to change too. Yeah, you ready to eat? Yeah. So, I've got to actually feed Kylo. So we're gonna do that as well. Come on, Tooks. We're gonna feed Chuki, and we're going to get this stream going. Okay. So, multitasking, y'all. Got my Kylo over here eating his food. Jamel, we not freestyling right now because mommy is. Excuse me. Okay. Y'all, we working through it. This is mom life. For real. For real, for real. So we're gonna go ahead and connect to Agents. First level, guys. Are y'all with me? I'm literally trying to learn to be a better streamer. I'm taking this serious, you guys. I've been waiting for this for like a year now. So
but if everybody keep talking and stuff like that and interrupt, it's gonna make it very difficult to get through this. I think y'all will learn something. I know everybody's really excited because this is a great opportunity. I bet the views are looking good. You're meeting a lot of cool people, things of that nature. But there's going to be a long time after this where you will hopefully still be streaming and hopefully still be succeeding. So you want to learn some of these concepts. And I'm going to keep it practical as possible because I want you guys to actually apply some of the stuff that's going on. Before we get started, who's been here that's been streaming for more than like 2 years?
I've literally been streaming
okay, that's for like half the class. Who's a newer streamer like the last year or so? Okay, nice.
I still feel like I'm
Okay, cool. So we got a little bit of everything. We're gonna structure it like, quiet down. We're gonna structure like 0 to 1 million followers. So we're gonna start with the first bit from 0 to 250,000 followers. Then we're gonna go the middle from 250 to 750,000 followers, and then beyond that. In the presentation, I'm gonna tell you like what your team should potentially look like, what you should be spending your time, potentially your money on, and certain concepts and things you should be practicing and understanding in those different stages if you want to make it to the next level. All right. If you have any questions, just ask, and we'll keep it pushing.
Are you okay?
All right, nice. So first thing I want to start by saying is this is not easy. I know it's presented like it's easy and it looks really fun, but it's harder than you think. So this graph, I thought it was very fascinating, and it does kind of illustrate just how challenging being seen as a content creator can be. This graph is the subscriber count for Kai Cenat's Kai's Mind channel. His first upload was in December. He was at 500 subscribers in December with dozens of uploads. I'm talking about Kai Cenat. Now, granted, he was uploading as almost like an experiment to see like, he was just saying things that was on his mind. It wasn't super high appeal content. But it's interesting to think even one of the biggest people on the internet can upload dozens of videos to an unknown channel with under 500 subscribers. It wasn't until he promoted it in March where it got a huge spike and it reached 500,000. So like if you're struggling and you've been doing it for a while, sometimes it's not necessarily that you suck, it's just you haven't quite figured out certain concepts yet. So that's what I'm gonna try and click. There's a lot of people here that's like super entertaining that I see, but it's not enough to be entertaining. We all have the entertaining friend that hasn't quite hit yet. And then we all have the friend that's maybe not that entertaining that's been doing phenomenal. You just had to, like Mr. B is not the most entertaining person, but he knows how to put together a good video. So in the same way, we're gonna talk a lot about other platforms because one thing you'll realize as a streamer, you have to be on everything. If you're not on IG Reels, sometimes you gotta be on Facebook. You gotta be on literally everything because that's how you're gonna drive the people to your stream. All right, so talking a little about that today. We're gonna start off in the 0 to 250,000 followers. If you have 0 to 250,000 followers on the platform you stream on, could you raise your hands? 0 to 250,000 followers. Under 250. On the main platform you stream on.
I mean, but I got a main platform and I got
Yeah.
I stream on one.
You don't stream.
yeah, like if you got Instagram, you don't stream on there, you got higher followers than your streaming platform.
It don't matter, just the main one, you know. Yeah, just the main one. All right, so you probably heard it before. I'm going to really kind of like drill it in. You have to apply short form. I'm not even joking. Like if you stream significantly less and did more short form, you would see significantly more growth. In this current stage, and I'm gonna give you guys some certain case examples. And low-key, I want to bust some myths too because some people have some misconceptions. So Queso was a really good example of someone who grew playing 2K content on TikTok. He was a 2K TikTok content creator. It doesn't feel like it because a lot can change in 2 years, but he was. And his channel blew up. He had some really big clips and he was able to transition that audience into streaming. You might think to yourself, okay, that was like 2-3 years ago. How about something more recent? Joe Bart. Joe Bart did a lot of like rants, commentary style content on TikTok. He was able to transition that content. He's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch right now, but it didn't happen overnight. He's someone that killed it on TikTok. One thing you notice about both of them, they're not just good on TikTok, they own it. These guys are demons at TikTok. So it's not enough to exist on the platform. To dominate it is how you make that transition. And you might be thinking, okay, Joe Bart low-key blew up on TikTok 2 years ago. Maybe a more recent example. Here's an example of somebody I found a few weeks ago. This is the guy that makes racing content that's probably not going to appeal to most people. He started with 0 subscribers, 0.
Dunster.
He actually started with 0 videos. All he did was post YouTube shorts. That's all he did. And they were really good. I'm talking, he was getting 2 million views a short, 2 million views a short, 1 million views a short. Really, like, to me, super interesting content. If you're anywhere in the niche, then this type of content that you would want to watch. His first YouTube video, I took the screenshot a couple weeks ago. It had 680,000 views in 2 weeks. It is over 1 million now. His first YouTube video, 1 million views.
Wow.
But it does on YouTube. So we'll talk a little bit about that. YouTube Shorts translates to YouTube videos really well now. You're wrong.
Nah, I mean, I've been doing this. I'm not saying that I'm right. I just say I disagree. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I have built so many different pages. And I'm not saying it doesn't work for him. I'm just saying I feel like I disagree that it works for him.
We'll circle back to it at the end of the talk because I'm gonna explain a few other concepts. Okay.
What is she saying?
Okay, so when it comes to short form, this actually does apply just in general. You need some sort of hook, okay? I'm gonna say something and it's gonna sound a little pseudo and like theoretical, but it's not. It's very, very practical. Do you guys have like an idea of what your audience wants to watch?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking. Being able to like put yourself in your audience shoes is the biggest superpower a content creator have. The same way that being able to put yourself in a customer's shoes is the best power a business can have. If you don't have an idea of what your community wants to see, you're gonna airball a lot of shots. I don't mean you can't airball some shots. You're not gonna hit everything.
Literally.
But having a good hook is a good premise. So like, I'm gonna show some examples of hooks that I think are really good
Y'all
in
really wanna
different
see
ways,
the
and then you can
so
start to
much
think about
work.
how you can apply that to your content. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to short form, if you don't have a good hook, you're setting yourself up for failure. You only have a certain amount of time to capture somebody's interest. So what I would like to present is next time you're scrolling short form, next time you're even watching long form YouTube videos, I want you to think about what you're thinking about while you're watching it. What about it specifically is interesting? You will start to pick up a lot of strategies from the stuff you like that you can apply into your own content.
Excuse me, sir. How old were you when you made your first million?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice for the young.
I made my first million last year.
Goodness gracious, Pudgy. No shirt, bro? All right. Dub, you can't sit in this front row. You gotta find somewhere else. Hey, quiet down, please.
Hey, listen.
Oh, look, it's Prince George.
Of the year of class of 2025, this is one of the most important classes on our campus. Please listen. You're not in elementary. You see people walking, we don't gotta talk to them waving up in Jordan.
I made it.
We don't gotta
I'm
waving them coming in late.
listening.
They came in like
I'm
I
like,
made
here,
sure.
Pay attention, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dean Sinet. If you're really popular on a platform, like some of you guys, like Alyssa, you have a face that people have seen on TikTok a lot, you can use your face as the hook. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of A&P videos, we just use our faces as the hook. So like if, for example, who here is like known for something that, Dub, what are you known for?
Having a son and food now.
Okay, nice. Well,
Everybody
in
know
that instance,
Dub
you can use your
food.
face in certain
Everybody.
contexts that apply to that, right? If somebody thinks you're really knowledgeable with money and you're doing a money topic, sometimes your face is gonna be the thing that hooks people. So, you know, it doesn't have to be like a big thumbnail with a fucking red circle, you know? And then like, you just have to, well, we'll explain a little bit later, but it just has to be like an itch that you can hook. So I got a couple examples here. I'm gonna show you the good example first. Hopefully it works. There we go. Yeah, let me turn this motherfucker up.
Are these finished?
Well, after making his apologies and claiming that he missed breakpoint, I thought we were done there, but the very next race, I found myself next to him again. This time I'm driving a McLaren in a tight battle of my own, getting squeezed onto a curb before making a move around the outside of another. Unfortunately, I get a poor exit after he taps me on the rear, putting me into the snapping jaws of the cars behind. Suddenly, I find myself defended from 4 different drivers and start weaving to avoid giving a tow.
Okay, so that's an example of that's a very activating short. I can sit down and explain to you guys all the reasons why, the angles, the voiceover, where he threw it to, where he got it back. But then you could compare that, let's short that got like 1 million views, to this short, which is the same concept. Is somebody that crashed into him.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You mother. Mother. I make it.
So it's the same concept. He did the same thing. They both had the same experience. Somebody hit him. He's playing a racing game. Somebody hit him. One guy went through the effort, again, all these cinematic shots, making sure you had no chance for your attention to get lost. Another person just played a clip. There's levels to this. You got to find editing skills. And so, like, I will say, we're going to get to it in a little bit, but a lot of the skills you hire for are actually things you should know. One, you're going to know if someone's scamming you, if you know how it's done. But then 2, on top of that, if they're not available and for some reason you need to get down and dirty, you should know how to edit a video. You should know how to edit a short. You should know how to do all the things you hire for. That's why I know how to make lotion and shit. That's the tone guys here. So I would like to say it's not always success, and you always have to be trying stuff. So even the biggest streamers in the building, they miss sometimes. You can do some stuff that doesn't hit all the time, but you should always be applying the principles. So I started a gaming page. In my head, I know what does that mean? The gaming page is at what? 200, it's like at 30,000 subscribers right now. It's performing well, views per video, but I'm not farming subs enough. What should I do in that instance? Lean into shorts. So not only am I posting YouTube shorts consistently now, but I also created a gaming Instagram so I could apply more shorts. And there's actually a pretty good conversion between Instagram Reels and content off platform. Instagram is actually maybe the most underrated thing in content right now. So let me give you a couple examples of hooks. This is an example of a hook where the caption is what makes you intrigued in the content.
I really need to get back on Instagram.
I mean, I don't want to sign in, so. I think it's just the internet, to be honest with you. Yeah, so first of all, that's prosthetics. It's not my real forehead. So, okay. Okay, but the premise is that once you read the caption, the bouncer says no hats. You got no choice but to fucking stick around to see why the caption says that. The caption make you want to stay to the end. And you obviously can see the hat, and just, you know, it's implied that I'm going to review the hat. But by the time you finish it, you're like, damn, that was so crazy. Maybe I watch it again. Now you loop somebody. Now you get mad watch time. Feel me? So this is an example of an Instagram reel that we posted like last week that performed pretty well. Yeah, what's that?
So a lot of my videos have POV, like you're 27 and single, so you're going on a solo date. Like I'm known for my mukbang and solo date. Do you think POV is like important? If you think that's why the videos are hitting so much, because POV is so relevant?
It is impossible to answer without knowing your audience. It is like super audience specific. So I would have to look at your specific audience and see why something may or may not hit. Because something that hit for you might not hit for the next person. Feel me? So this is a thumbnail hook where the actual thumbnail, the content of the thumbnail is what makes you want to watch. So this is a clip that I dead ass posted. I repost like every 3 months. But it was the intro I did for a 48-hour stream where I came down, rappelled from the ceiling. But you don't have to know any of that. It says craziest Twitch intro. Why is it so crazy? Well, why is this guy rappelling from the roof? So it adds like some interesting appeal. Who this applies for is anybody that watch streams. Why is this better than any Twitch intro I've seen before? It might not even be the best, but it's a unique one. It's unique enough to where every time I post it, it does. I repost it like every 3 months. But in my opinion, like now you're using a thumbnail, you're using a caption, you could use somebody's face. You could even use the what do you call it, the description in the bottom of it to interest people. So like, don't waste space. Everything they see could be another reason they discard your content, right? Think about the way you consume content. You be scrolling. You're not paying attention to nobody. You scroll. It could be someone you fuck with. You might scroll past it. So it's not enough to know people. It's not even enough to make good content. You deadass have to have the whole package. You know what I'm saying? Like once they watch the video, it has to be a good video, but you also have to package it to make it look like a real video if you want people to stick around.
So are you into
making certain videos? You have to pay attention to the analytics.
People have some good tools.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get into that a little bit more, but that does apply. Yes, you're correct. So this is like, to me, this is obvious, but there's a chance that you might not already be doing it. Passion, right? Let's say you're in gaming. There's really no planet you shouldn't be on TikTok. You could type in gaming. You can click the 3 dots. You can click filter. You can go by like count, and you can go this week or this month. If you don't know what's popping in your genre, in your field on TikTok in the last 2 weeks, you genuinely don't care about your job. That's what it feels like, because if this was any other context, you would pay attention. You would kind of pay attention to the stuff you put in your body. If you're a streamer, you should pay attention to the content that's performing. This is part of the job. Yeah, can we quiet down, please? So if you haven't been doing it, make it a habit. In fact, what I like to do is I literally create a separate TikTok, a separate YouTube, where the only thing I do on it is research. So the algorithm specifically feeds me interest creator stuff because that's the only thing I consume on it. So I don't watch my usual videos on there. I specifically use it just to see what's hitting, what's working. Not just for stuff in your bubble. Genuinely, you'll have so many bangers if you start looking at other bubbles. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting though. Like there are French streamers with 40,000 live viewers that you've never heard of. There are Spanish viewers with 50,000 live viewers you've never heard of. It's not that they're not big, they're just not in your bubble. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's not happening in this bubble. You guys are in this Stream University bubble. There's mad shit happening in the world. If you're not paying attention to all of it, you're missing out tremendously.
Like, who are your favorite underrated streamers or creators that a lot of people don't know about, but that you're like, they're raw and they have a lot of potential?
Alyssa, I think she's fire over there. Suburbs hilarious. Chibu didn't make it here. I wish she got picked, but Chibu's really funny to me.
Okay, so not me. Okay.
No, I mean, okay. Or did you want me to say you? Okay. You're pretty great too. Yeah. Yeah, I love your content. Yeah.
What about this guy?
All right. So I would like to say there's a good, okay, certain things you can't learn without trying. It's facts, right? I mean, sure, somebody could tell it to you, but sometimes actually experiencing it hits harder. So the YouTube shorts to YouTube videos is undefeated. First of all, YouTube shorts is just the best way to get subs on YouTube, okay? And you might be saying, like, this is streaming university. Why are you talking about YouTube and short form so much? It is impossible to grow as a streamer, okay? I don't know if you've noticed. You will not grow as a streamer by streaming more hours. In fact, you won't even grow as a streamer by making good content. You will only grow as a streamer if you're making good content and people can see it on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how funny your clip was today. If niggas not clipping it on Twitter and the TikTok's not sharing it, then, I mean, nobody saw it. Your audience saw it, but they're already watching you. You feel me?
Do I need to get on Twitter?
Get in the habit of trying to share some of the stuff that's happening, not just on stream. The grind is not just more hours on stream. This is very prehistoric mindset, okay? The grind is having a moment and then finding ways to share it with everybody. So streaming, you essentially now are a content creator. You're not a streamer no more. It's a full-on content creator. What's that?
That's hot. I definitely thought it was the other way around.
$12.
So how do you like do it as to like you said that people are in their own bubbles? How do you like get out of those bubbles? Like for instance,
So he basically said if you're streaming for hours and hours, so Agent is basically saying streaming for hours and hours is not going to make you go viral. What will make you go viral is putting yourself across all of the platforms. I think another thing that used to help with virality is when YouTube was allowing people to clip other people's like videos. When clipping was a thing, you could just say like, clip that, and you know somebody was going to post it to TikTok, and it took away from like the content creator actually having to do extra work because they could just resurface what was already out there. But YouTube has taken away the opportunity for other people to clip your individualized content. Now, if you yourself want to clip your own work, you could do that.
can I have cookie?
But what Agent is saying here, where's the cookies?
They're in the pantry.
Okay.
But I can't reach it.
Okay, you need a chair then.
But can you?
Yes. So what Agent is saying is,
You're the only
I'm the only one who can reach it.
Yeah.
Why did Daddy put it all the way up there?
Do you?
I didn't put it up there. Daddy must have put it up there.
It's not flying there. Those will be my platform.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Daddy. So
Woo! Thank you, Lord.
thank you, Lord. So the one thing that it seems like he's saying is like, streaming all day long isn't going to solve your problem here.
Speed, right? He has a big family who gets out of his bubble. So how do you make it so you're on?
How do you get out of your bubble? You just have to make an effort to consume different types of content that you may not particularly be interested in. It could be in a different language, it could be in a different font, but you just have to make a serious effort to, you won't leave it by accident. It'll keep you in that bubble because that's the stuff you like. You just have to start consuming different things. That'll be on you, low-key, to just, teach your algorithm a little bit.
I got a question.
What's that?
Why you think Kai only posting shorts on YouTube but don't post them videos on Instagram Reels?
I think he's, I don't know. He's been talking about starting on Reels. Yeah, he's just been off for a while, focused on other stuff. So, but just because somebody doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad strategy, it's kind of just what works for you. Being everywhere for the average streamer works. I will also say, sometimes things apply to the biggest, not gonna apply to you. Like it might only work for them because they're them. You get what I'm saying? So like, take it with a grain of salt when you see a really, really big streamer doing something. It might not always work. It's worth trying stuff though, but it might not always work. Instagram Reels is OP. Are you who's posting on Instagram Reels here? Wise. Bro, if you are not, brother, how do I tell you, right? Let me tell you how remember TikTok 3 years ago? That is Instagram Reels today.
Really?
And especially if you have an existing audience on Instagram.
I need to be on Instagram Reels. Seriously.
Way faster. Not just on Instagram, but it just shares shit so well. Jeremiah. You can. It depends on your niche. I would say probably don't post more than 1 or 2 times. But there's some people that post 4 or 5 times. It just depends on your niche. Some niches are a lot more acceptable to spam posts. Some niches you could deadass post the same video every week for like the rest of the year.
So you be reposting your own content again and again?
You can. Like if enough time passes and a clip hit, I already post it.
Yeah. That's my question. When I post on TikTok,
repost the videos, y'all.
For unoriginal content. If it gets clipped, my clipper send me the clip, and I have to appeal it sometimes.
Okay, I will say, so all the social platforms don't like clipping culture. That's true, okay? And there is probably going to get nerfed at some point, most likely. They consider it unoriginal because it is technically not an original piece of content. The original piece of content is happening on stream.
It's me though.
No, I understand that, but it's still not original. Like you did it somewhere else. You're just repurposing it. So we don't know how long this meta is going to exist for. But while it's here, you might as well take full advantage of it. You know, this is a crazy level of life.
Clip. But I'm telling y'all, clips are really pretty much.
Now at McDonald's, you can choose your breakfast meal deal for just $4.
It's really big.
Agent, we the same class. Agent said use it while it's still here.
I'm already knowing, gang. I'm already knowing.
I'm telling y'all. The only way to do it is if AI do it, and you got to pay AI to do that.
Yes, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, so this is like a good concept that I think everybody deserves to understand. A lot of people think the clip hit because it got views. All right, who here has had a clip that went viral and then nothing happened because of it? All right, this is common. No, it didn't result in anything.
I don't know what.
Like, it was a moment, then it passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Money, like it didn't transition to no views on the socials. I want you to pay attention to this.
Also, I wasn't on Instagram.
And let me know what you noticed.
Back to Instagram.
It was a lot of fun. But I left the house for a couple hours and balls have been pouring out the entire time. And you might think to yourself, like, how bad could it possibly be, Agent? It can't be that fucking bad. 100,000 balls can't be that bad, right? King.
So who cleaned that?
Chris. Nah, at the time he was in camera. He was doing something else. But if you notice in that clip, your first thought is gonna be like, damn. Well, first of all, your first thought is Kai's gonna be mad. But then the second thought is gonna be, well, that's a pretty crazy thing to do on stream. You know what I'm saying? The clip is actually useful to you if it makes people think I should show up to the stream. Oh, there's some cool things that happen on that stream. If you collect enough of those, they will genuinely start to show up to more of those streams. Here's a second example of
y'all learning with me.
The same thing. Is it gonna let me click this X today? So you're gonna watch this clip and you're gonna think to yourself, oh, he's doing a 48-hour stream. Maybe I should tune into it. So your clip should naturally make people want to come to the content. You know what I'm saying? In fact, usually before I do a marathon, I'll at least do some sort of simple TikTok saying like, yo, I'm surviving in the Amazon for 48 hours. So point is the clips can get views, that's cool. But the clips should get views and make people think, damn, I should show up to this.
Also,
you know what I'm saying? So if your clip got views and it makes people think this guy's an asshole, then it didn't do you much good. In fact, it probably did you some harm. There's gonna be some mad people on Twitter and shit that just think you're a way that you're probably not.
W Agent.
All right.
W Agent in the chat.
Okay.
I feel like I've grown at least 6 clipping pages. I know how to do it crazy good. I can get good views for all these captions.
Yeah.
Why do you think? I feel like for me personally, and I heard a lot of people. Why do you think when it comes to like Twitch?
Yo, let's hear a question.
why do you think when it comes to Twitch specifically, it's so hard to grow? Because I can get millions of views and understand the algorithm on all the platforms because I mastered that. But to actually get them over, I mastered the everything that you said, but it's hard to get them over because I feel like Twitch doesn't push you out. You have to collab. So the clips to me, from me personally, it doesn't translate versus.
I've never done.
We could talk about that after because being able that's a very D's topic. But some of these concepts will help. Being able to apply short form, and then what we'll talk about a little bit later. These will help. Okay. All right. When it comes to understanding content, this is gonna sound like the simplest thing you heard today, but on God, half the room's not doing it. Okay. A lot of people have the balls to do this part right here. You hit the live button. All right. And that's actually a big first step. A lot of people think about it, they actually don't hit the live button. But then after that, a lot of people skip this part. They fill it out, but they don't actually look. They don't actually see what the chat was saying. They don't see what the numbers was doing. They don't actually analyze the content to see if it performed. But sometimes they do. And then they still don't do this part, which is make the actual adjustment. What this looks like is, do we have any gamers in here that do gaming content? Right? Let's say you playing Valorant. All right, boom, you did the content. You analyze the content. Your stream doesn't like Valorant. Okay? Maybe it's falling now. Just watch now. We don't know. Okay? You actually aren't making the adjustment. I've seen it so many times where it's like people are sabotaging themselves because there's something they want to do and it's technically not in line with what their chat wants to see. You streaming. Okay. At the end of the day, when you stream, you either entertain or inform. So if you're an informative nigga, then you could all this share.
Like, he's so right, and I'm willing to come out of my shell because for me, I love doing hair. Hair is literally a lifestyle. I do a lot of hair. But I don't necessarily stream hair content that much. I make some shorts. I just like take pictures and then I just upload them. But a lot of days, because I try to give my clients as much confidentiality, and just respect as I can. I don't want to be all up in your face filming, how you look before your hair was done and then filming how you look afterwards just to get myself some views. And on the other side of it, it's like, well, this is my art, this is my work. When you sit in my house or sit in my kitchen, like, what's going down. I mean, at one point I was really like, I don't know, we're gun-ho for it, where it's like, okay, I'm getting ready to do my content, and people would just be like, yeah, okay. But then I realized, like, I have a lot of sensitive clients who have like tender circumstances going on with their scalp and different conditions, and I just want to give them respect. But then also on the flip side, it's like, well, the content's not going to be like perfect because I also am a mom. I'm cooking in the middle of doing people's hair. I'm like changing diapers, washing my hands 1,000 times. And so I think there's that part of me that's like, well, this is going to take, 9 hours. I don't know. Depends on what kind of style it is, but it could take forever to me to do a hairstyle. And I'm like, do I share this whole journey, or do I just get this person's hair done so they can go home? I don't know. So between content, being a mom, cooking, cleaning, doing hair, all of these things, stuff that I have to do, stuff that I get to do, and things that I want to do as also. And so that's one of the main reasons why I haven't actually streamed hair left to right. But I do post it on my shorts, and I get so much feedback on it compared to like the Christian content, compared to the family vlogs. Hair content is, my biggest, I guess the biggest commodity right now in my stream world. So he's right. I really need to lay hold of that and really dive in, and maybe even like he's saying, repost. I need to repost. So I'm learning, y'all. Are you learning with me? Please like and subscribe.
Help people, but if you're entertaining, if you're doing something niggas don't want to see, you're not entertaining. You're actually just selfishly entertaining yourself, but which is okay if you don't care about growth. But if we're here to talk about growth and you want to grow, it has to look like this and genuinely making that adjustment.
So what would that adjustment look like?
Like not doing Valorant. Like trying something else. You have to explore. Right. While things are going well, you have to explore so that if things don't go well with that anymore, you adjust. I used to be in the 2K community. I knew what it was like to rely specifically on one game. It sucked. If the game was ass, what happened? Views were down. Nobody cared. It didn't matter how much they liked me. They wasn't going to watch content for a game they didn't care about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You learn that lesson the hard way. And then once you get the momentum back again, now you start AMP. Now you start doing different types of content. You have to learn from these situations.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of have that problem right now. Like I feel like I'm stuck in one game.
Okay.
You write that down.
If you just like experiment and just do other games that were popular, or like what kind of things did you do? Did you do things that were like trending?
Yeah. So if you want to do games that you think have the same audience as that one, and try and create some appeal into that game. So what game do you play?
Marvel Rivals.
So you maybe like, I mean, Overwatch would be a shitty game to go to, but essentially. I appreciate it. So essentially, you want to find a game that has a similar audience and try and create the most high appeal stuff you can lead with to make people think like, hey, this is not so bad.
Would you do like multiple games at the same time? Like if it
Explore, like what Jinxie did was a really good example. We'll talk about it in a second, where he did Rainbow Six nonstop, right? But now he could do kind of whatever he wants. He didn't start that way. Like he experimented a little bit with certain games that had similar communities, and then he was able to, now he's so varied, he could play any game and it's gonna pull. So to it. But a lot of what's going to work for that is being able to see what other people did. Back when I was making 2K content,
I feel like what I needed from Agent. Agent literally just said, repost and pay attention, right? Like pay attention to, you know, what your viewers want, and then give them that. So based off of the things that I do, you know, travel vlogs, family information, faith, Bible scripture, whatever that it is that God put on my heart to share, and hair, out of those 4 things, I would say the 2, well, I feel like I get feedback in different ways, but I would say the biggest one is hair. And I would say at a time it was also faith. So faith and family, which is kind of like one. So between those 2, it would be hair. So I was avoiding the hair content because I feel like I put myself up against what other people are doing. It's not as like, I don't know, glamorous. But I think that there is a niche in that for me of filled with people who agree with my type of simplicity and what I have to offer when it comes to the hair world. I do want to either speed this up. He may be talking about here.
No, he's good. He's not talking to you though.
Yeah, I switched to all dude content and I chill with the bros and have
All right. In this stage, if you have under 250,000 followers, it's going to be tempting to stream more, to come up with stream ideas. I promise you need more short form ideas. This is what your day should look like. You should genuinely be spending 60% of your day on short form. This is not an exaggeration. This is not shock value. In fact, it might be an understatement. I would dedicate maybe 40% of your time to streaming, 60% of your time to shorts. If you don't have a shorts person, that's okay. Make them yourself.
Is that clips?
Yes, shorts, TikTok, IG Reels, all that, yes. It could be whatever, as long as people post it. Yeah, because shorts barely make any money anyway. All right, so this is, okay, I'm gonna do this for every stage just so you guys get a sense, because I know hiring is like a little bit of like, nobody talks about it. But this is what my team looks like. So I have an operations guy. Hey.
Dang, okay, operations. Dang, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people.
He's in the tone suit. We got creative and camera, Marcus, but he's club director. Operations like get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, we actually needed the stand built. He's getting the stand built. We need this for stream. We have this idea. Let's pull this off. He's the one that makes ideas. Like he gets the physical things to make the ideas happen, right? Tech. If you do, who does like a lot of IRL streams primarily? All right. There's a world where you might eventually need a tech person. Like if you start going to Amazon to survive, and you know you have all these sets you want to create, and you have all these segments. There's a world where it might be helpful to have a tech person, but not at this stage. A manager, this is the person, manager or agent, they want to get you deals. They help you with stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like from time to time, day-to-day things as well. Assistant, I know it sounds like assistant is like a luxury, but if you're making like over $1 million a year, I don't know how many people here, I don't want to pocket watch everybody, but you will hire an assistant and you will go, oh my God, I've saved myself so much time. What are you going to do with that time? Put it back into the content. But so you're making way more than you paying an assistant because you freed up your time. So assistants, I know it seems like an extra, but genuinely is functional roles, but not yet. A channel manager / editor, they can help with shorts, but primarily these are people running your YouTube channel. You don't necessarily need that yet. Shorts, this is actually the main thing I would suggest. If you do have some extra bread and you're looking to grow as a streamer, this is the main thing I would try to invest in, okay? And then accountants and lawyers, once you get to a point, people sue you for everything. So you might potentially need one, but not at this stage. So next stage. This is like a little bit of the middle ground. In this stage, YouTube is the game. If you do not start doing YouTube, I promise, once you become a bigger content creator, you'll be like, I have no YouTube presence. I'm an idiot for not starting earlier. So this is the point where every time you do a stream, you're not just thinking clips, you're thinking, hold on, what's the video, what's the thumbnail and title gonna look like?
Okay.
How am I gonna post it? Feel me? And this is gonna be a big part of your distribution. One thing you'll learn once you get good at YouTube, YouTube's ceiling is significantly higher than every other platform by a long shot. Like I want to talk about it. If you want to be a huge content creator and you're not on YouTube, you're not that big. It's just that simple. Even if you look at Kai before he started co-streaming, his Kai Live channel is pulling millions of views per video. All of the biggest streamers have huge YouTube presences. That's not an accident. So not only does it have the highest ceiling, you stand to make the most money from long form content. Your appeal is a lot more global in Twitch, Kick, and even YouTube streaming culture. It's very bubbly, right? Your audience is gonna be people that's American, maybe speak English, maybe potentially more black. But on YouTube, it's like everybody watches it, everybody. And when I meet people that I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have expected you to watch my content, they actually don't watch the streams. They usually watch the YouTube, okay? And the good thing about YouTube is there's no end. It can eat 24/7. You go to sleep, you wake up, the video got more views. So when you create content that's evergreen, you're not just winning while you're live. It's just winning 24/7.
Yeah.
Talk that shit, agent.
Yeah. So I want to give you an example. If you guys have a Ludwig class at some point, please block in. This is no troll, one of the best executors of YouTube content. I want you guys to really lock in. I mean, try and analyze the first minute of this video.
Let's see if I can remember this.
That's how many people have bought Magic Chameleon. For reference, that is more than Mario Kart World did in the first few months it came out. Magic Chameleon only came out a few weeks ago. In fact, it's more than Street Fighter 6 has done in 3 years, and it's more people than subscribers I have, and that's a free button to press that I want you to press now. But it got me thinking. It's a lot of fun to play with your friends and pick a cringe spot if you want to win, or maybe just do a funny spot that usually doesn't end up working out. But what if you had actual professionals, aka artists? How would they do? To find out, I employed the help of my good friend Squeaks to be static hunters, and we would chase down.
Okay, so I will. If you look through YouTube, there's probably not a single video that any of you guys did that. He's just the best executor I know. And the crazy part is like, Ludwig is not like a Kai Cenat speed. Like, obviously, no disrespect, but he's pulling numbers like that on YouTube. Wow. This is not an accident. That's a gaming video. He could have just started with the start of the game. Instead, he did this whole post commentary. He played music in the background. He was cutting, zooming to things. You're visually stimulated. But then the words he's saying is hooking you. What do you mean I'm playing with professional artists? That's just a good concept. Not only did he get the good concept, the thumbnail and the title, the packaging is good. Once you click on it, he's hooking you. So you're like, damn, not only did he give me context in case I don't know what the game is, but now I'm hooked. I want to know what the best people do. He's visually showing the painting. It's like maximum stimulation. And then there's going to be the release where the game starts, but now you're hooked. You get what I'm saying? So when you want to look at mastering YouTube, mastering hooks and long form, I genuinely don't know if there's a better person than Ludwig to do that. And then here are some examples of good thumbnails. So dumbest spots in Mecha Chameleon. Simple title. You know, a circle and an arrow. Couldn't be that hard. But when you put yourselves in the audience shoes, you're scrolling through, you're like, where? I don't see anything. Boom, that's it. Where? I don't see anything. Let me click the video. That looks like a crazy spot, right? This is the Ash Out video. Ash is one of my favorite YouTubers and now streamers. And this is one of his funniest videos. I took a racist to the most dangerous hood in America. And not only was the content phenomenal, it was like a double prank where like he was frying people. It was like a really, really good video. But on top of that, This guy looks petrified, and he's surrounded by people that you can make context of are in the hood. It's just a good video. So you should be looking when you're watching streams, when you're watching YouTube videos, don't just click the thumbnail. What about the thumbnail made you want to click it? If you're not asking yourself that question, you actually are just zombie consuming content. You actually haven't learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, who here has a passion outside of streaming? Passion.
I like to
Read and music. Sometimes when you're listening to music, do you feel like, oh my God, I wish he would have done it like this? Or you think about, why did he do it in that note? Because you became, you're a student of music. If you're watching film, now you want to analyze the lighting and why did they frame it like that? And oh, who did the score and the music? If you're not thinking like that as a streamer, is it really a passion? I'm telling you, like you should be, damn, he went crazy, she went crazy. What made that so appealing to me? You will learn so much by simply asking that question.
I mean, for your YouTube channel, you think it's a better play to have like highly edited videos, like on some like Ludwig stuff from your streams? Or like
If it's peak content and you could afford it, I would say yes. You don't have to do it for every video. We didn't do that. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I used the Ludwig example. I could do better. Yeah. Then I would have them arrange it in a way. But it doesn't have to look that crazy. Sometimes it could just be a cliffhanger, right? Of like the most interesting part that complements the title and the thumbnail, and then the video starts. It don't have to be crazy, well edited like that, but take those.
Okay. So that has been really, really, really interesting. I have a lot of takeaways. I like this. I like this class so far. Age very, like I said before, he's very knowledgeable. And let's see if I can log this full screen and go to Pootie, Lil Pootie. I guess how you spell it? Lil Pootie P. Oh. This is the one he's gonna be streaming off of, if I'm not mistaken. Did he not do a class today? Where's his? Let me see. Hold up. If I'm not mistaken, he said. Yeah. So it must be this one. Where's his oh. What did he do? So Pootie hasn't done any videos yet. He must be on Twitch. Let me see if he's on Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, he's gotta be on Twitch then. Hold on. Let's see if we can find Pootie. Because I can imagine that Pootie would have some really important things to share, right? Like, I just feel like Pootie is also one. He kind of put me in the mind of aging in the sense of just being very knowledgeable, very like down to earth. And he doesn't seem like he would just be, gatekeeping. So I'm excited to see what he'll share, you guys. Seriously. Wait, I'm ready to learn. So where's mine? All right, so this is another commercial. Dang, y'all, it's showing me a lot of commercials right now. What is this? This is him live right now, I'm supposing. Okay, so he's alive. But I'm trying to literally get past the commercial. It's crazy. Definitely not a YouTube, y'all. That's okay. Like I was saying, I'm just happy to be here learning. I missed Pootie's class this morning. I didn't realize that their classes would only be during the day. I'm pretty much busy during the day, especially today. I was very busy. Um, I'm definitely going to come back and try to make it in on time for tomorrow's classes. Um, what is going on?
Lethal shooter. Oh, I feel it. That's how it's supposed to be. On Canal. Rage.
Y'all, Pootie lost so much weight, you guys.
Jason.
He looks younger. All their hairs. He's got so much of it. I missed his class. I hope it was good. I don't plan on missing it. I feel like I missed everything.
Yo, I'm a teacher. They was like, yo, just
Definitely
confiscate bags.
also wanted
Let me
to
check that.
You want what?
They was telling me
Also
check
wanted
bags.
to catch.
Check bags? What
Yeah.
are you, TSA?
No, because
Oh, because
Also wanted to catch.
like, yeah, Middle Eastern has.
So there's a little
what's
racist?
a lot.
So I also wanted to catch whose class? T-Pain's class. T-Pain, Lizzo. I'm sure it's gonna be good. Oh wait, let's see. I bet this is good.
Yeah, yo, you got 10K in there? Wow. All right.
What campus are they on, you guys?
Oh, yeah, no, you're going to go. Oh, wait, actually, no, we send that to you, yes. You're wired. Doesn't have to.
Good job, boys and gals. Hey, girl.
Bro, you've been in like 5 different outfits today. You never wore the outfit.
Bet you right. I didn't really get in that thing, girl. It's crazy.
You didn't buy it?
No, what, the Takis?
Yes.
Girl, I got it upstairs, girl.
Bro, I'm embarrassed.
Nah, girl, don't be embarrassed, bitch. I'm gonna put it on too, girl. Like, don't even worry. Girl, I didn't think you were gonna wear it this time, but bitch, I'm gonna put it on.
Okay, fine.
All right, bet, girl.
Fine, bitch.
Bet. Go ahead, girl. Canal.
Fucking follow something.
Here's the language, y'all. That takes a lot.
Canal. How much you got in there, Mark?
Not shit, bro.
I ain't robbing you.
No, I don't know if this is even the bag because there's I guess
decoys.
Yeah, I don't know if it was decoy or whatever. But even the one that he won, I was there first. But the lady told me to not jump the fence, and he like runs like 15, 30 seconds behind me. He jumps it and he just gets it. I'm like, what? But I didn't know if we were supposed to like unlock it because when we went there earlier, it wasn't locked, and then they locked it. So I didn't know like what does she want me to do, and he just jumped in. And
so you almost had 2 bags.
Yes. Well, I don't. This bag. They're saying this bag don't count supposedly, but we'll see.
Here, it probably don't. Let me see. Nah, I'll take it off you, man. What you got going though, Mud? You about to go turn it in the car?
I'm about to go take a shower, bro. I probably fucking stink, bro.
Did you shower?
Bro, Maj, what are y'all doing, bro?
He's trying to basically
appreciate it,
right now.
Oh.
You know, Mr. Beast hid like $100,000 on campus, so they're trying to find other 10,000 to. I don't know if it's like 10,000 per day for 8 days. I don't know, or if it's 10,000 where they give you the clue each day. Not exactly sure, but it's kind of strange. I mean, for them being on campus and streaming all day long, I'm pretty sure that works for them, whether they're a professor or a student. But I really am here to learn, and so I feel like I went to agents class today, and tomorrow I want to catch at least 2 to 3 classes, even if I have to hop back and forth. So is, you know,
milk
the best. Yeah, that's what you get. Somebody got milk spilled on them, or is that lotion? I hope they don't start doing hazing type stuff.
Nah, we gotta change the name of Streamer Universe.
They doing like some hazing type.
Yo, Nah, you good?
You ain't trying to get the 10K game. I'm gonna twist my ankle and I get the 10K.
So what you on now, Mark? All right. You wasn't even Mookie. What's good, my heart? What's good, my demon?
What?
We need to start that shit. What you got going though, man?
Crazy.
Trying to get detention going. Hey, listen, if we run that detention, I think I got something funny for us to do too.
What?
Let's host a balloon in the detention.
I brought the balloons.
Oh, you was already thinking of that?
I brought the. Oh, you.
Guys, so we're gonna go ahead.
I got the balloon.
We're gonna stop sharing. Huh? So I didn't want to do too much. Excuse me, they were cussing a little bit too much. So I went ahead and paused that. Because one, my kids are subconsciously listening, and two, I really didn't come here for that today. Today, I just wanted to see if there's anything that I can learn to make myself a better content creator, and I have learned, and I am going to start applying what I've learned today, and as much as possible, and that requires me to push those shorts out there. Yeah, I'm excited. So stay tuned. Definitely give this video a thumbs up and like, follow, subscribe, so that I can, keep coming back and doing this thing, engaging with you all, sharing my journey, and you really keep me inspired. You really keep me encouraged when you do these things. So, yeah. I am actually getting ready to do a video now. So, also stay tuned for that. Y'all, it's getting late. It's 7:04 right now. One of my children just woke up. The other one hasn't had a nap at all. So hopefully we can all get on the same wave if possible. Y'all, it's time for me to do Kylo's hair. It's like he's got a helmet on. My Tuki Tuki, my Tuki Tuki. Yeah, mommy, do your hair? Yes. My phone? Don't try to move away. Mommy gonna have to do your hair, love. Yeah. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. We can do it? Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. We'll holler at you. Peace. Love y'all. Don't forget to pray.